I told myself I wasn't gonna film today and I was just gonna relax, but then I went to Barnes & Noble and then I found these blind dates with a book. So here we are. I'm filming today. Hey y'all, if you're new here, my name is B&B Queen and I'm gonna be doing 3 blind dates with the book. In today's video, I'm gonna be reading and telling you guys what I think about the book as I am reading it. Now, what's great about the Barnes & Noble blind date with the book is that they actually have a little description here on the front, so you kind of have an idea of the genre and the story, but at a very, very general and basic level. Lately, I've been reading a lot of romance and I just wanted to switch it up and get something different that I usually wouldn't pick out. So I'm hoping that this will bring me out of my normal comfort zone. I normally switch between memoirs, nonfiction, self-help, romance, and mystery, and I generally do read a lot of Black owned books, but because it's a blind date with the book, I don't know if it's Black owned, so I'm just gonna go with it. We're gonna see how this goes today. What should I start with? I'm gonna start with this one. The description on the label says fiction, self-loathing, surprising, caught in a strange crime. So let's see what this is. I am so nervous. This was wrapped really well, by the way. I love this wrapping. Oh my gosh. I'm like, my heart is racing right now, but I'm gonna read this book today. So, okay, so it is Eileen. It's a major motion picture. I've never heard of this before. Okay. Oh, it's a Christmas book. Okay. She's a shoplifter. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading. I'm just gonna start. It's really nice here in LA, so I'm gonna go read on the roof. Lately, I like a lot of books that have a lot of modern day references. So I want to see social media in a book. I want to talk about different references that are going on in today's world. I don't usually read books that have taken place several decades ago because I can't really relate to it. And being a millennial slash Gen Z, really a zillennial at this point, it is hard for me to find those books. There are a few books that I like that do take place in the past, but very few. I'm on page 85 and I don't think I like this. It just feels so slow. I normally give a book 100 pages before I put it down for the rest of eternity, but it kind of reminds me of a coming of age story, even though it's not, but it's just mostly a narrative and not just almost little to no dialogue. I can't really tell where the story is going right now, and there's only 250 pages. So if I'm on 85 out of 250 and I still have no idea where the plot is going, it's not looking too good. I don't know if this is really a book for me. I am gonna put it down for the rest of today, but I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow bright and early. I've been reading for about 15 minutes. I'm on page 98 and I can't do this. It's just too narrative. There are more characters that have been introduced, but again, I still have no idea where the story's going. The book is only 250 pages. Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next book. Eileen just isn't for me. Oh, the last book was a mystery, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a mystery. So I'm gonna change it up with this book. This one is gonna be a romance, and the description says, sensual look at dark love, 50 Shades but better. So I did read the 50 Shades of Grey series. I'm really curious to see what this is and how it's gonna turn out. And I really hope that I like this one because otherwise I won't be doing this again. Let's unravel it. Okay, so this is Sylvia Day, Bard to You. Let's see. Okay, so this is a Crossfire series. I am not really reading any series right now, so let's see if this is any good. Future India here. I forgot to tell you guys, this part of the video does contain spoilers. So if you do not want to know what happens after this book, then do not keep watching. Just skip to the end to see what the third book is. My morning routine includes reading for at least an hour every single day, but sometimes I do get carried away depending on how good the book is. And lately I've been reading a lot of good books, with the exception of the first book. I've been reading for about 30 minutes and so far this is so good. It is really like almost identical to 50 Shades, but it takes place in New York instead of Seattle, which is where I think 50 Shades was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I am like engrossed in this book, but I have to get up and get dressed to do some work stuff today, but I'll be back very, very soon. It's the next day. I am about halfway through this book and I am still waiting for it to deviate itself from 50 Shades of Grey. Like I feel like this whole book is 50 Shades, but with different names in a different location, and it's not a bad thing. It's very well written. Like I do like it, but the description said 50 Shades but better, and I'm waiting on the better part. still. I do think I'm gonna finish this book today. I'm on page 185 and it's out of like 330, I think. So I'm like halfway. So it's not bad though. I would say it's not bad. It's just literally 50 Shades of Grey. All right, page 284, it's finally getting good. So they were asleep in the same bed and he was having sleep sex with her. Like sleepwalking, but sex, if that makes sense. And she is terrified, rightfully so. This definitely did not happen in 50 Shades. I'm a little upset that it's taking me this long to get to, like, I have 3 chapters off this book. So I can understand why this is a series, but I feel like this should have been introduced like 150 pages ago. So not too about that, but I'm gonna see where the rest of this argument takes me. Now I understand why the foreword of this book says it's a story about trauma, because just about all the characters have some deeply rooted trauma that they look over or don't address and instead just have sex. Like that's what most of the story is. Like the main characters, Eva and Gideon, just have makeup sex nonstop, but they also argue all the time, and each of them starts arguments all the time. So now I'm putting the pieces together. Now I understand. Or maybe it's a series about trauma. I have no idea. I am still not convinced that I would finish the series. It's an okay book. I am just so deeply embarrassed for Eva right now. So she told him that she loved him. He does not return the favor. Like he doesn't reciprocate at all. And then they go to this dinner and she meets his ex-fiance, which he never told her about. Come to think, she don't know anything about him. They just have sex. So am I embarrassed for her? Yes. But also y'all like really didn't date. So like y'all weren't together and then y'all were boyfriend and girlfriend, and that was established through the sexual relations and no actual like conversation. She genuinely does not know anything about him or his family and doesn't know that he used to be engaged, but now she's meeting the ex-fiance. By the way, the ex-fiance left him, got married to someone else, moved to France, got divorced, and is moving back to New York. So the tea is teeing. Look, there's literally 2 chapters left of the book. I'm genuinely upset that it has taken this long into the book for me to get to the actual tea. Just finished the book. My thoughts and feelings haven't really changed about this. Very much 50 Shades of Grey. Very little distinction from that book, even though there were some parts where I was like, oh, it's getting good. It did kind of end on a dry note where they like made up again. I don't think I would read the rest of the series. It's not that I'm not a serious person, it's just that I am not a serious person. Maybe I just haven't found a series yet that I really enjoy. I've read all the popular series, but I don't think I would read this one, to be totally honest. But I do have one more book left for my blind date with the book, so let's go open it. The last book is a mystery / thriller, and the description says depths of friendship, lines between love and obsession. That kind of scares me based on the book that I just read, but let's see what it is. I'm like nervous all over again. Every time I unravel these, I just like my heart is racing right now. Okay, let's see. This is Stargazer by Lori Petru. Let's see. This is a story about fame and rich kids and friendship. So let's see how this goes. I started this book right before bedtime, and normally I won't read for a long time if the book is really good, but this was not really the case. I don't think I can do this much longer. I'm on page 44 and nothing. So far, all these books are just like really slow starts. I actually stopped reading this book for a bit and started reading another book that was a lot faster in the plot line, and there's more character dialogue, and it just like felt better. This one I'm like forcing myself to read through, and I really wanted to give it 50 pages, but I don't know if we're gonna make it, y'all. I didn't make it to page 50. I really tried, y'all. I really did try, but the book just wasn't for me. I like books where you start in the middle of the story, you know, and then you got to figure out the characters and what else is going around it. I don't like the books that take 75,000 pages to start the story. It's just, it's not doing it for me. And I'm really upset because I wanted this blind date with a book video to work out, but it didn't. And you know, that's the risk you take. But I think I would have liked it a lot better if the books were written by Black authors. I'm just saying, I'm actually really disappointed that none of the authors were Black or from any POC at all. I did find a Black woman-owned business that does Black-owned blind date with the books. So I I think I'm gonna try it. Let me know if you guys want to see that, and if you do, then yes, I will buy it and we can do a blind date with the book. But this one didn't pan out like I thought it would, and I'm so sad. But at least I typically donate books that I don't like to either my local library or anyone that's doing a type of like book drive or anything like that, so the books will not go to waste. Somebody will read them and it'll be somebody's flavor. It just wasn't mine. But if you guys like this video and want me to do Black owned blind date with the book, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.